day. But let's move on to some earnings then. Mphasis reported a mixed bag of earnings with revenues beating estimates. However, analysts have raised concerns about the quality of growth. Our very own Rukmini Rao caught up with the Mphasis management and began by asking them, how do they define their growth? Let's take a listen.
The way we defined our growth is along the four vectors, so consistent, profitable, differentiated, and inclusive. And I think we've actually had a pretty good quarter on all these four vectors. So if you look at, firstly, it's been fairly well-rounded. So it's been contributed by, I would say, multiple channels, from our strategic customers to the Blackstone portfolio to new customers as well as HP. I think what the concerns that may be raised will be primarily along, is it sustainable? Is it profitable? And I think from our perspective, we are very focused on gaining market share and continuing to find growth across all these four vectors. And I think there's not, as far as we see it, we're not concerned about this going forward as well.
Surya, if you can also add in comments to this, please.
Yes. So I think this quarter we had high transition costs because the large deal we won, and also considering the fact that we have good TCV wins in this current quarter, we might see a couple of quarters where we have the transition costs for ramping up for these deals. However, we are quite confident that we will be in the 14 to 16 EBIT band, which we have talked about earlier.
Sure. Listen, also if you can give some color on the nature of deal wins in the HP business and also the outlook on profitability, especially on the HP side.
Yeah, I think keep in mind we talked about restructuring that relationship. We talked about we signed a new joint go-to-market partnership on the cloud transformation deals. Also talked about the fact that it's not just one monolithic relationship, but we actually have four distinct entities within the HP group to kind of work with. That's actually been the story of the quarter. We've seen momentum across all of these four vectors. I think we are kind of seeing a step function change. We stabilized the revenues last year. We're now seeing very healthy growth in revenues this quarter, and I think the momentum and the run rate should continue in the next couple of quarters as well. In this environment where growth is at a premium, where it's very, very difficult to consolidate position with the pressure on core IT, I think all forms of growth are welcome, and we are very, very confident that across these multiple vectors that we've defined within HP, we should be able to consistently and profitably see growth.
Well, that was the management of Mphasis decoding their numbers and giving us the outlook for the business going forward. With that, we'll slip into a short break. We spoke to Bata in this